Introduction. In May 1997, Gary Patterson, a 33-year-old single father from Waco, Texas, set out on a journey that would unravel a chilling web of deceit, violence, and a pure evil that defies belief. His story, one of hope for a better future, took a nightmarish turn, culminating in a horrifying fate that shook a community and left investigators grappling for answers. The promising start. Things were looking up for Gary Patterson. With dreams of securing a brighter future for his 6-year-old daughter, Crystal, he embraced a job opportunity to oversee a new development in El Paso. His fiancée, Michelle Wilson, helped him pick out the perfect outfit for his interview, little knowing that this would be the last time they saw him alive. The Vanishing Act. A day after Gary's departure, an eerie silence descended upon his family. Concerned by his absence, Patterson's loved ones filed a missing persons report. His intended destination, a job site deep in the Chihuahuan desert, raised alarms given its proximity to the infamously corrupt and violent Juarez, Mexico. The mystery unfolds. As the investigation commenced, concerns deepened. Gary had flown from Waco to El Paso, but the trail abruptly vanished. With assistance from the Mexican consulate, his family ruled out the possibility of him being imprisoned south of the border. Intriguingly, Gary's tumultuous divorce in 1992, marked by custody battles, added layers of complexity to the case. Dead ends and solid alibis. Detectives explored various leads, including Gary's ex-wife, Lisa Urich Patterson, and even Michelle Wilson, only to find solid alibis. Gary's secret job interview in El Paso, a potential source of answers, remained hidden from most to avoid jeopardizing his current employment. The emergence of Theodore Young. The breakthrough came when investigators uncovered the identity of a fugitive con artist, Theodore Young, with a history of fraudulent dealings worth millions. Young's connection to Gary Patterson's disappearance sent shockwaves, leaving questions about his motives. Sam Urich's dark shadow. Amidst the turmoil, the focus turned to Gary's ex-father-in-law, Sam Urich, entangled in murky business dealings. Urich's refusal to cooperate intensified suspicions. A private investigator hired by Gary uncovered a journal connecting Urich to Theodore Young, revealing an unsettling connection. The CIA flag and international intrigue. Startlingly, Sam Urich's name had been flagged by the CIA for involvement in questionable activities with rogue government agents in the 80s, expanding the scope of the investigation. The revelation sent shivers down the spines of Gary's family, hinting at a web of international intrigue. The sinister desert scheme. Investigators delved deeper into Sam Urich's known associates in El Paso, leading them to a desert property rife with dark secrets. A security guard hinted at shady things happening, and evidence surfaced, including a human bone. Gary's ex-wife, by now imprisoned for parole violations, provided a shocking confession. The grisly truth. The confession laid bare a sinister plot orchestrated by Sam Urich and Theodore Young. They had intentionally lured Gary to El Paso and subjected him to brutal beatings. A search of the desert property yielded a human skeleton, confirming Gary Patterson's grim fate. The culmination of justice, Waco detectives intensified their efforts, enlisting the help of federal authorities and Interpol to capture Theodore Young. In Honduras, Interpol police finally apprehended him, leading to a chilling confession. Young's account of events left no doubt Gary Patterson had been brutally unalived, a heartbreaking conclusion. A map drawn by Young guided investigators to the site of Gary's horrific encounter, where they discovered his remains. The medical examiner's report painted a haunting picture. Gary Patterson had been struck by a blunt object buried alive, with sand found in his nasal cavity and lungs. The verdict. In a quest for justice, prosecutors sought the death penalty. In September 1999, Sam Urich and Theodore Young pled guilty to Patterson's murder. Young received a 20-year sentence, released after 17 years in 2018. Lisa Urich Patterson received 3 years, served alongside a prior sentence before her death in 2005. The alleged mastermind, Sam Urich, now 86, received a life sentence and remains behind bars. Conclusion. Gary Patterson's story serves as a harrowing reminder that evil knows no boundaries. His journey, filled with hope and ambition, ended in a dark abyss of violence and treachery. It is a tale of pure evil that forces us to confront the unimaginable. This is News Unzipped.